Welcome. I'm Stephanie Grepling with Manatee Educational Television. We're here at the 21st Sarasota Film Festival on the Bayfront at the beautiful Sarasota Municipal Auditorium. We're going to be speaking with some of the filmmakers and everybody that makes this event possible. You're not going to want to miss out, so stay with us. I'm here with Carmen, Bryn, and Camilla. And Mark, this is your lovely family.
Well, yes. Well, Carmen is not actually family, but might as well be family, so we call her family. But she won't do her chores, so I'm not so sure. No, she does chores, actually. My kids don't. But that's a whole nother matter.
So we're here, 21st Sarasota Film Festival. It's so exciting.
It is. We're so excited to be here tonight. Every year it's exciting. Every year I'm wondering if it's going to have the same excitement as the last 20, and every year it does. I mean, this is really fabulous. Very excited. This weather is absolutely perfect. We're here at the historic Municipal City of Sarasota Auditorium. We've never been here before for an event, so it's really kind of interesting.
Tell us about this new buzz about your new building in the Rosemary District.
Well, thank you for asking. I'm going to talk a little bit about it tonight. I'm shamelessly going to be promoting it. We have a mixed-use building that's being built, and the film festival has up to 10,000 feet to use for the new offices. We hope to coalesce a lot of different creatives in that space, so we can maintain a year-round presence like we have for the last, or tried to do for the last 20 years. It's broke ground, and we're going to have a ceremony next Friday in the morning.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and we should be completed by about this time next year. So hopefully we'll be pointing to the new building. But come on by, check it out, everybody. 4th and Coconut. It's called 332 Coconut.
I love that. Named it after the actual address.
Yes, yeah. Well, there's condominiums there that thankfully, by selling those, we're able to pay for the commercial condo for the film festival. So we're very excited about it. We've been for sale for 2 or 3 days. I think they're a third sold. It's pretty crazy. Joe Newmire, and you are moderating all of the one-on-ones with all the actors that will be joining us for the Sarasota Film Festival. Tell us a little bit about that series.
Well, this film festival, for one thing, attracts such fantastic talent, and this year we have Anne Heche, Greg Kinnear, who's coming with his directorial debut, Phil, which is our closing night film, and Blythe Danner, who's joined us previously. And the talent, when I talk to talent as a creative producer here for the festival, they are so welcome here. They feel as if it's an opportunity to really connect with audiences. The Sarasota Film Festival has cineasts in the audience, it has cineasts behind the scenes. People really love their films here, and these talent, the actors that we get to come here really know it and really love it.
It's really kind of a deep dive into the world of filmmaking and acting.
Yes, in fact, Greg Kinnear is going to be doing a career conversation about his phenomenal career, which dates back to the 90s and an Academy Award nomination for As Good as It Gets. And Heche is going to be talking about her wide-ranging career, both in indies and in big budget blockbusters, and Blythe Danner, who of course is a Tony winner and has done lots of terrific Emmy-nominated performances for television. It's going to be talking about a wide range of things: her indie films, her major films, her stage career, and her television work. And across the whole spectrum, those three talents are going to be talking about so many amazing things, and they're all a lot of fun, and they're really talented people are really going to want to see.
I'm sure that audience is going to be really engaged with each one of those.
Yeah, in fact, in preparing to do these Q&As, I watch all of their work. I kind of do a deep dive into all their films.
Recon.
A lot of recon, exactly, but it's the best kind. And it's really it's all of them have such accessible performances and performances that really engage the audience. Anne Heche is somebody who has done everything from the remake of Psycho to terrific indies like Walking and Talking to big budget things like 6 Days, 7 Nights. And she's really somebody who over the last 25 years has put in so many amazing performances on television and on the big screen. And Greg Kinnear is someone who I have always admired, and I think that he really has got a very old-fashioned sort of almost like a Cary Grant type of persona. And I think when people see him talk about his career, analyze these performances, they're going to really understand that, again, this is somebody whose career encompasses a lot of rich performances and has an old-fashioned style to it.
Absolutely. Love all of those actors. They're all great in their spectrum throughout their career.
Yeah, and in fact, and also our opening night tonight, which is a terrific documentary called Mike Wallace is Here, talking about one of broadcast journalism's true icons. That's going to be an interesting conversation as well, talking about journalism in 2019 and the hurdles and challenges facing people, working to protect all of our rights.
He definitely was a pioneer in his style.
He was, and we have a terrific panel for that. And then, as I mentioned, closing night is going to be Phil, Greg Kinnear's directorial debut. Co-stars himself and Emily Mortimer and Bradley Whitford, and that's going to be a different kind of film, and that's going to be another engaging type of narrative film for audiences.
Wow, I'm gonna make all of those.
Yeah, put them on your calendar because they're really all ones to catch.
When are those one-on-one?
The one-on-ones are going to be Greg Kinnear's is going to be on Saturday afternoon, April 13th, and then Anne Heche and Blythe Danner are going to be on Sunday, April 14th, all at the Florida State Theater and Florida Studio Theater.
Wonderful, just right around the corner.
That's right around the corner here in fantastic Sarasota, which I love coming back to every year.
So where are each one of those one-on-ones going to be held?
Those are all going to be at Sage. Greg Kinnear's is on Saturday afternoon, April 13th, the day that his film premieres. That night is closing night. And then the next day, Sunday, April 14th, is Anne Heche and Blythe Danner, also at Sage.
You are not going to miss any of those.
No, they're all going to be terrific.
Wonderful. It's wonderful weather this evening right here down on the Bayfront.
It is. It's a big change from New York. I'm happy to be here.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us.
My pleasure. Thanks so much. Great to be back.
Okay, you too. We're here with two very talented students from the Ringling School of Art right up the street. This is your first Sarasota Film Festival?
Yes, so we're both part of Art Network, which stands for All Ringling Television. So we are just covering the event, and we are like a media production club, and we have our interviews and B-rolls and events that we cover all over Sarasota and in the school as well, shown in the TVs all around the campus as well.
Via, what are you most excited about seeing this year?
I haven't really looked at the program, so I wouldn't be able to know.
As far as different types of films, maybe?
I'm really interested in documentary making more than maybe the Hollywood filmmaking, so I'm interested to see what Sarasota Film Festival has to offer in those.
Well, I have one for you. METV has a film coming out on poverty, and it's all about what poverty in this community looks like, and that's from the working class. It's not necessarily homeless. These are asset limited, income constrained, but employed. These are the working poor that they're one blown tire or chipped tooth away from complete and utter poverty. So it's going to be a very, very interesting documentary that Manatee Educational Television is premiering this year at the Sarasota Film Festival that we're very proud of.
That's very interesting.
Yes. It's going to be at the AMC 20. Unfortunately, it did sell out last Saturday, but we may release it.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting topic to be approached in here. And especially in Sarasota, I feel like Sarasota has a group that's usually segregated, the population that has their voices kind of erased, and it's nice to give them voice, to give them, to elevate them to a place in which they can reach a lot of people.
It's definitely going to let these people have a voice in the community and tell them that they're a working part of this community as well. So there you go. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and best of luck to you at the film festival.
Thank you. You too.
I'm here with board member of the Sarasota Film Festival, Harry. Tell me a little bit about what you do and how you're involved in the film festival.
Well, we're mostly involved in fundraising and helping the film festival have adequate funds to survive and go on year to year, help with the staffing and mostly management stuff on the side, yeah.
As I understand, you're very involved in the Hawaii Film Festival as well.
Yeah, I've been at the Hawaii International Film Festival for 30 years, on and off the board, on film selection committee many years. And I hope to bring some of that experience and expertise here to Florida and help them up their game a little bit.
Absolutely. So what are some of the major differences between Honolulu and Sarasota?
One of the major differences is we have a festival within a festival here, the Women's Festival. We have like a surf side of our film festival.
Okay.
We want to have a surf side of our film festival here. All the surfers come out from the North Shore. People you don't see in the movies ever. It brings out an enormous different crowd. We have a LBGT section in our film festival that brings out a completely different crowd of people. So certainly we're going to inclusive. It's really an inclusive festival, and we try to bring people out that don't normally come out to the movies. Our film festival there is called When Strangers Meet. Okay. So the stories are supposed to be something about two people meeting from different cultures and learning about each other's cultural differences. So I hope to enrich Florida with that too. We're a much more diverse community in Hawaii with Japanese people, Chinese people, Eurasian, white people in Hawaii. Yeah, we're only 10% of the population in Hawaii. So here in Sarasota, that's so different for us. I hope to bring some more of that Asian influence into the festival. We do a thing also that I think we could do here is we do food and films, and we bring in chefs, and we have restaurants involved, and so we show films about food, and then people can't wait to get out of the theater to go rush and eat food. So like that. Otherwise, Mark has done an amazing job. This festival is running on high test. It's their 21st year. It's only my third year, so I'm just hoping to help as much as I can.
I love your idea about kind of having a film festival within a film festival with the diversity in there. We have the women's films with all women's filmmakers, and that's coming up this weekend as well. So maybe a little bit expansion on that.
Yeah, and I attended those for the last 2 years. They were fantastic. In fact, RBG was the big hit last year, and went national, and we really had it as an early film. So they do a great job too. I think those ladies are doing a phenomenal job. So yeah, we want to mimic that and have several different festivals within the festival. And I think we did one year where there's a film about skateboarders, and these guys were like going into Los Angeles and skateboarding in people's swimming pools and stuff, and what it turned out to be was that all those phenomenal skateboarders were also phenomenal surfers because
they already had balance.
They have the balance. It's basically surfing on a board rather than surfing on the water. So that was a natural thing. So we expanded that and brought in a whole bunch of films about boarding and people, street boarding rather than surfboarding. And again, the people that came out for that, you never saw them before. We never saw.
Sure, you went into the underground culture.
Totally, and that's what we want to do here. Is we want to really break out of whatever we've gotten into and expand the horizons and make the film festival more inclusive for everyone in Florida and not just Sarasota. We want people to come from Tampa.
Well, maybe in 2020 that'll be a vision come true.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, Harry. Best of luck to you the rest of the film festival. Great to see you as always.
Good to see you and enjoy. It should be a great show.
You too. I'm here with these beautiful ladies from the film Epiphany that is premiering tomorrow. Tell me a little bit about this film, ladies.
Epiphany is the story of Luca. She's a teenage girl who's trying to connect with her negligent father. And the story takes place in Tarpon Springs, Florida. So it revolves around the Greek culture and sponge diving, and that's all a part of the movie.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And this is the star of the show, or of the movie, rather. Tell me a little bit about how you prepared for this film and what you really brought to this film.
I think that the utmost thing of preparing for this role was trying to immerse myself in the Greek culture and the Tarpon Springs community as much as possible. So in the prep weeks before we came to film, we were able to fly down from LA to Tarpon Springs, go to a Greek Orthodox church service to learn about some of the traditions there. We ate at Dimitri's on the water for a couple weeks, learning. Kula and Katina taught me a couple words in Greek just to help me feel as in character as possible before we started filming. And then I think really just getting to work with the two of them as mentors about their different art and visions for this film and everything that really brings the femininity and the poetry and all of these elements to life.
Well, I am so excited to see it. Ladies, what do you want the viewers to take away from this movie?
You want to take that?
Just a inspiration. We constructed the story, and it has very many layered elements to it. It's very mysterious, lyrical, like Caitlin was saying. So we just we want the viewer to draw their own conclusions.
And it's a story about redemption, which I think is really important to us. It's a very uplifting. It just makes you think. It's
inspirational, if you will.
Inspirational, very much so. Spiritual, yes.
Well, I'm excited to see it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 7:45. We're sold out, but we have another screening on Tuesday at 2:15.
Yes.
Wonderful. Don't miss it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Carlos Pagan, director and filmmaker. Tell me a little bit about your film here at the Sarasota Film Festival.
Well, this was started as a small short that I was going to do. And about a couple of weeks, 3 weeks into shooting, the announcement came that Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey was going to close. And I feel that nowhere was this more deeply felt than here in Sarasota, the winter home of circus in Sarasota for decades for the Ringling family. And so it was a natural thing to do. Then I encountered a remarkable storyteller, and if you're a TV producer, you know someone that can tell good stories. And I ran across this fellow named Robert Horn, who runs Bob's Circus Train here in town. And he was actually married into circus by being the son-in-law of the chairman of the board of the old Ringling Circus under John Ringling North. And he has a fascinating memory and ability to tell stories, and I think you'll enjoy it in this film.
Well, we know it's going to be a popular film here in Sarasota where John and Mabel Ringling were very loved in this community, and there's themes of the circus throughout the architecture of this community.
Yeah. I want to say that this is kind of an inside-out story. This is really about the consciousness of performers and their resilience. After the Ringling closing, there was a lot of questions about where circus was going, and this film tries to answer some of those questions, and I got to say with a thumbs up of the future of small circuses throughout the country.
Well, thank you so much when does your film premiere?
It premieres Monday evening at 8 o'clock to be early, and it's here at the auditorium, the municipal auditorium.
Wonderful. And tickets are still available?
They are, as far as I know. This is a big room. We hope to fill it if we can. So when you have 73 minutes to cover 140 some odd years of circus, which is encapsulating history here in Sarasota, it was a challenge to get people that are prominently known and some of the lesser knowns to tell their stories. Some of them are really fascinating and engaging stories about what it takes to be a circus performer. And so that's what I was after, and that's what I think we captured in this film. We don't have everybody, but we've got many of the iconics.
With KT and Jerry from Source Productions, and their film is about surviving lunch.
Yes, absolutely. Surviving Lunch is our new feature film, and we're so excited to be here. We have our premiere on Tuesday at 8:30 and here at the Municipal Auditorium.
Wonderful. Tell me about the point of view that this story is told in.
It comes, the point of view is from the students, basically. It is telling the story about a young girl who has a tragic incident in her life and then gets transported to our community and then ends up falling into the same type of situation, but this time takes up a mantle of dealing with it head on.
I'm gripped already.
Yes, it's a film about bullying, school violence, and gun violence, so there's never been a more important time than now to have a film about something like this.
Such pertinent topics that you're touching on in this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, great, and it premieres this weekend.
This Tuesday, at 8:30 right here at the Municipal Auditorium.
And are tickets still available?
They are. The Sunday show is sold out, but the Tuesday show, there are tickets available.
Wonderful. KT, tell me a little bit about the series of films that you've done to embody these hot topics.
Yes, I am the director of Source Productions for Planned Parenthood, and we have 5 films that we've created that have premiered all around, not only here in Sarasota, our favorite place, but around the world. We've been to the Cannes Film Festival in France, Los Angeles, New York, Texas, Las Vegas, everywhere.
The best film festivals.
Yes. Toronto, yes. And what we do is we make films about the issues that impact young people's lives. And vitally important issues like bullying and drug addiction and HIV/AIDS and lots of issues that are serious, but they're what teens need to face and talk about if they're going to have healthy futures.
Certainly. Now, these actors and actresses that you work with, how do you find them and engage with them?
Right. Well, a lot of them come from Source Productions. They have started in the high schools and have gone through the theater program with KT and have then been added into these short films and the feature films. This last film that we did, the Surviving Lunch, we actually expanded our net, expanded the search, and because we wanted some new faces, some younger actors that also had the same type of drive and experience that the Source actors did. So we had a combination of the two, and it worked out really, really well. But I will say that it took KT and I a good 3 months of casting to go and find the perfect people for this, and I think we did an amazing job. I think you're really going to be gripped at what you see from these young actors.
Certainly hot topics that you touch on that could benefit a lot of young people in this community and all over the world.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Source Productions, Surviving Lunch, Tuesday, 8:30.
That's
yes, right here.
I'm here with Triforce Productions at the Sarasota Film Festival here at the Municipal Auditorium. Tell me a little bit about your involvement. I know that you have been involved for many, many, many years. And tell me about why you're here today.
Well, we've always been sponsors of the Sarasota Film Festival since 2013. And Triforce Pictures had our first film in the Sarasota Film Festival since 2011 called The Breakup, which was a comedy about an 8-year-old boy that breaks up with his 7-year-old girlfriend over a pizza date. And so ever since then, it is tragic. So this year we have a party. This is our 4th year having a party with the Sarasota Film Festival.
Okay.
It's called the 4th Annual Triforce Pictures Film Festival Soiree, and it's at Arcos from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Wednesday night. We're very excited about it. It's sponsored by the Sarasota Film Festival. It's sponsored by the Arts and Cultural Alliance of Sarasota County. We're going to have the Triforce experience there where we're showing people what we do as filmmaking, and people can be a part of it, actually. They can come and be an actor in the film. We're going to have 3 live artists. There's going to be a DJ playing great music.
So
DJ
Kareem.
Kareem.
Casting, you're going to have a DJ. That's great.
Yep. It's a free party. We're very excited about it. There are things that cost money there, but to get in, it's free.
Now tell me a little bit about your students. You were touching on that earlier. How are your students involved in the Sarasota Film Festival?
Well, I'm a teacher, video production teacher over at Suncoast Technical College, and my students have entered the Youth Fest, Hollywood Nights, and we are proud to say that we have 3 films that will be featured this Sunday night at the 5:30 block and also at the 7:30 block over at Hollywood 11.
Well, thank you, Triforce, for being great sponsors and supporters in this community.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Paul, the Director of Sales for the Sarasota Modern, a beautiful brand new hotel. Tell me a little bit about the sponsorship and the involvement in the Sarasota Film Festival this year.
Well, Mark came to us, and we built a pretty good relationship, and we're very excited. We just opened in December, just had our grand opening last month, so we thought this was a perfect way to be a part of the community.
Absolutely, and we're out in the beautiful courtyard pool area.
Yes. We have 3 pools, so we have the lap pool here, then we have the cool dunk tank pool, which never goes over 65 degrees, and then we have the oversized hot tub. The hotel is 89 rooms, all facing the pool area, so everybody's got a great view.
This is going to be the spot everybody's going to want to be at, not only during the film festival, but all this summer as well.
Yes, every Sunday we're going to be having pool parties open to the public. Every Tuesday night we have a nonprofit night hosted by us for different nonprofits. So it's been a success so far. We're very excited about the future.
Well, it's a beautiful hotel. If you've never been, Sarasota Modern.
Yep, Sarasota Modern, we're part of the Marriott family, a tribute portfolio. So we're part of the Marriott umbrella. So come and see us and we'll take care of you.
Thanks so much, Paul.
Thank you.
I am here with the beautiful Susan Short at the opening night party at the Sarasota Modern.
How fabulous is this? It's such a beautiful place. I feel like I'm in LA. I feel like I'm at the Roosevelt in LA. It's fantastic.
This is the new hot place to be in Sarasota for sure.
It totally is. And what an exciting night to be here. It's the opening night for the Sarasota Film Festival. We have international acclaim. It's wonderful. It really is.
Yes, we're going to be speaking with some of the filmmakers and some of the sponsors that actually make all of these wonderful events over the next 2 weeks happen. This is just one of the events that is happening over the next 2 weeks.
So many events. There's Cinema Tropical, there's the closing night, there's In Conversations. I heard we're having Greg Kinnear.
Yes.
Fabulous. And Tyne Daly, too.
Yeah, so there's going to be some one-on-ones that are happening throughout this week. And then also Triforce. I heard that they're sponsoring a party this year for the first time as well.
So talented.
Love those guys.
Shaun is so talented. Their sound is perfect. Ed Fagan does the best sound. He's also a professor, I think, at State College of Florida.
Yes, he is. He's got some great students that get excited about this event every year.
Yes, it's great. And the whole community is so cohesive as far as film, as far as creativity.
We love the arts in this community. We love education. It's a perfect place to have a film festival. 21 years strong this year.
Wow, fantastic. And I love Mark Famiglio. He really has dug in. He's really, really into the community.
Yes, he is. Yeah. I think he's here to stay.
He is. Fantastic. He's building a new building in this area.
In the Rosemary district.
Yeah,
That's right. That's
totally.
right.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, it's only getting bigger and better every single year. So
Absolutely.
We're so excited.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Susan, for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Always.
I'm here with the beautiful ladies behind Epiphany. And you guys just left the opening show of Mike Wallace is Here. What did we think?
I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was so inventive. It was like no other documentary that I had ever seen before, and I think in filmmaking it's very difficult to do that these days. So for me, that was very refreshing.
Yeah, I thought it was extremely honest and real, and really taught me as a filmmaker about how to tell honest narrative.
Yeah, absolutely. It was interesting because it was just clips of him doing the interviews. And it gave a strong portrayal of who his character really was, and his grit and tenacity for journalism and getting the truth out.
Yeah, that's right.
So as a guest of the opening night, what were your thoughts?
I absolutely loved the movie, and I think that it was something that really engaged all of the viewers. You could hear people laughing or gasping at things, and especially because it's some less modern footage, some older footage, but the themes are still so relevant today. I think that it really hit home with a lot of viewers, and it was such an interesting thing having, because it is a documentary, it's a real person as this character, so there isn't any acting involved. It is a completely honest person, like you were saying, and I think that's something that is really engages the viewers and the audience and makes you want to know more about his story.
I love the chronological trip down memory lane, tied in his personal struggle and also his career too, and that struggle between, his marriages, his.
Good to end with Arthur Miller. I thought that was very poignant. Yes, as a life story, an overall arc.
And also his influence on other journalists too. Sitting down Barbara Walters, Cronkite.
And you really saw how strong Barbara Walters is as an interviewer.
She went twice as hard, I felt. Right back at him.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And Oprah. I thought Oprah really stood out too.
Yeah.
Oprah was over it. She did a hair flip.
To him, and then she just started sitting forward, like her presence grew with him. So interesting.
Great movie. Great movie. 2 thumbs up.
Loved it.
I'm here with Jamal, a huge supporter and filmmaker for the Sarasota Film Festival.
Yes, thank you. A few years ago, I had a film in here called Text Message. It actually was nominated as a local short film. It didn't win first place.
Really?
But I got nominated as Best Local Short. Okay. At least got nominated, better than nothing. It was my first film, so I didn't expect to win, but I was grateful to be in the festival.
Well, what a great accolade for your very first film, and that was last year.
No, it was a few years ago in 2012.
Okay, great. And now here you are supporting the film festival again.
Always, every year, except for the last couple of years. If I don't have a film in the festival, I support the festival.
Wonderful. You were at Mike Wallace's here. What were your thoughts?
Well, interesting the way they clipped the film, the clips that they did. I'm sure they had to go through a lot of footage to get those clips in here, but it was very informative.
Exactly. I'm sure hundreds of hours of video clips.
Oh, they had to go through, I'm sure, before they got the hour and a half they did.
I really feel like they captured the essence of his grit and tenacity.
Yes, they sure did. Basically what they showed is the important clips, how the news got there, where it started, who they shown on the news, why did it impact the people. If it wasn't for them, other news networks wouldn't have been today. Yes. So it definitely did impact the news network.
Huge impact of Mike Wallace and journalism as we know it today.
Yes, definitely. And it's a pleasure to have different genres and different artists at the film festival.
Well, thank you, Jamal, for being here at the opening celebration. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you for talking with me.
Caston, President of Sarasota Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being here, Heather.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have missed it. This is a great event, a great party tonight.
So, Sarasota Film Festival, it is in its 21st year in Sarasota. It has tremendous impact in this community. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Sure. So not just in addition to the obvious of the opportunity to bring people here to our community to showcase this beautiful place we get to live, it affects so many businesses and working, with the Chamber of Commerce and our businesses. Just the hotels tonight, the restaurants, there's so many businesses that are directly impacted by this event. And there's so many great events going on, all over
the next
place.
2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks, yes.
And for the rest of the summer. It doesn't stop with this film festival.
We don't even have a season anymore. It's just nonstop year round.
That's certainly true. So what are your thoughts? I saw you at the movie this evening. Mike Wallace is here. What were your thoughts as a viewer in the audience?
I thought it was a really well done film and really highlighted just how hardworking Mike Wallace was, and my gosh, the span of his career and all the things that he experienced. I got a little chuckle out of, we think this whole fake news thing is relatively new, but yet here they were talking about it back in the 70s. So I really enjoyed it. I love historical documentaries like that, and to see the path of his life was really fascinating. Really enjoyed the film.
There was no topic throughout his career that he had any fear of jumping in headfirst and really asking those tough questions that really bring out the truth, and is what he was known for.
Right. I think in this world, the question, what is truth? Being able to go after that and find it is just a rare thing in today's world. So he really was a trailblazer in seeking truth.
Wonderful film. Plenty more great films to come until April 14th. You can visit sarasotafilmfestival.com and catch out all the great films coming out. Caroline and Rosalie Wolf, two attendees from the opening night movie at the Sarasota Film Festival. Mike Wallace is here. Ladies, what are your thoughts?
I thought the movie was amazing, and his charisma really showed through. My daughter is from a different generation, so it was more probably interesting for her.
What did you think about the documentary style of that movie?
I thought it was very fast-paced and very engaging, and so even as my mom said, I had no clue who he was interviewing or anything, and I'd be like, Mom, who's that? But I was so fascinated by him and everything he was doing, and there are obviously very famous people who I knew, like for example Putin and Donald Trump, that was so relevant to the climate, and I think the director did a great job of choosing the scenes that he chose in order to broadcast the message.
I agree with you. It's really funny because in the movie they interviewed Donald Trump and he said that he was not going to run for politics, which clearly that is not true anymore. He's our president. But yes, very interesting chronological order of his career and his very unique style.
Yes, and I think the most profound moment for me was with Ayatollah Khomeini and people blaming him basically for the assassination of the Egyptian president, Anwar Sadat. But of course, I don't think that's his fault. But I thought that was a very powerful message there.
Absolutely, yes. Well, thank you, ladies, for sharing your comments.
Thank
I'm standing in the courtyard of the beautiful Sarasota Modern Hotel with the owner, Joe Cincotta.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for coming.
You must be so proud of this beautiful hotel and hosting the opening party.
I couldn't be prouder. From the construction and the concepts that's been 4 years in the making to what the team has done to put this together tonight, I'm very proud of the event.
It is all the buzz right now in Sarasota. It just opened up last month, if I believe.
Grand opening was just a couple of weeks ago. We had a soft opening in December, so we've been practicing for a couple of months, but now we're full swing.
Well, the word is out, and from what I understand, you're going to be hosting some amazing parties on Sundays.
Yes, we have DJ in, pool party. It's a very exciting time to be here on Sunday afternoons.
So tell me a little bit about how this concept of joining forces and sponsoring the Sarasota Film Festival came to be.
Well, it was, I owe it all to our director of sales, Paul Romero, who has done a wonderful job in going out, getting our name out into the community, looking into opportunities such as this and trying to get them excited about being here. And it's worked wonderfully because we've got a commitment to partner up with the Sarasota Film Festival for a few more years, a couple more years. So we'll be doing this for another couple of years after this year.
So the best is yet to come with Sarasota Modern and the Sarasota Film Festival.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for hosting this wonderful party here tonight.
You're very welcome. I just want to say that if I really owe the proud moment I have here is this was the whole design of this hotel was my son's hard work. I'm afraid he couldn't make it down tonight. He's up in Boston, but he has just been amazing to have this concept come alive and the work he put into this. It was all him, every finish, every concept, and I'm very thankful. My son's name is Jason, and he's very proud of him.
Well, it's a wonderful open air party here tonight in the courtyard at the Sarasota Modern. You were just explaining the wonderful concept thought up by your son, Jason. Do you have any future plans to expand this portfolio in Sarasota?
Yes, Stephanie. We actually, across the alley, we own all the property for the length of the hotel also, the full length of this piece of land. And we are expecting to put in a phase 2 to add more rooms, some function space over the next years ahead. And as soon as we get this fully up and running, we'll probably break ground across the alley.
Well, you heard it here first from the man. They're expanding in the next couple of years, which is very, very exciting. Thank you so much for sharing that. CJ Bannister. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you were a guest at the film tonight. Mike Wallace is here. What are your thoughts?
Amazing film. They did a great job documenting his history. I was amazed. I remember being a young child watching. I remember being a young child watching him on TV. So I think they did a great job showing the entire history with him. I mean, they had his interviews with Putin, Barbara Walters. I mean, it was incredible. It really was.
Ayatollah Khomeini, Noriega. Yes. Unbelievable. Yes. I was a little bit before I was born, but not too much. I still know who those people were, though.
So do I. A few of them. Maybe just a few before me, too.
What did you think about their editing and their production and direction, as far as there was nobody narrating the story?
No, and they didn't need to. I mean, Mike Wallace speaks for himself. I think I can't wait to be watching it again on my couch. Like, it was so good. I can't wait to show it to my son. I really think they did a great job.
Needs to hit Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. Definitely Netflix needs to pick it up.
Agreed.
I'll be watching it if it does.
Thanks, CJ.
You're welcome.
Wow, that about wraps it up for the opening night of the 21st Sarasota Film Festival. We had a great time at Mike Wallace's here earlier today at the Sarasota Memorial Amphitheater. And now we're here at the Sarasota Modern, where we're gonna see some fire breathers and hang around the pool and have some cocktails. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to pick up some of the great Sarasota film guides or visit sarasotafilmfestival.com. Thanks so much. I'm Stephanie Grepling with METV.
Thank you.